That's me, at 4 years old. It was early December and my mom took me and my little brother to the mall for Christmas shopping. Mommy, I want a photo with Santa.
No.
Oh, please, Mommy.
Okay, fine.
Yay!
Ho, ho, ho!
Hey, Santa, I want a kangaroo for Christmas.
A real one?
Yeah.
And I want new parents.
Why?
Because they always hit me and scream at me for some reason.
Okay, let's say cheese.
Well, you're not getting any Christmas presents this year because you have no respect for your parents. You have no idea how hard me and your father worked to raise you two, you ungrateful piece of shit. How dare you embarrass me in front of everyone? You're a fucking embarrassment to the family. I wish you were never born. How many times do I have to tell you to behave properly? Why can't you act like a normal kid? Hello? Are you even listening? Stop being rude. Look at me when I'm talking to you.
And fast forward 35 years to today. I'm a board-certified psychotherapist. Don't ask me how. I still sometimes feel like they're going to realize they made a mistake and take my license back. My own rough childhood basically shoved me into this field. Walking through my traumas made me want to help others with theirs. So yeah, somehow I pulled off a decent career. But my personal life, on the other hand, total train wreck. It's not exactly easy to meet people when you're not conventionally attractive. And it's not like I have an interesting personality to make up for it either. Honestly, I just hope I meet someone soon, before it's too late for me to have kids. Ooh. Hey, Sasha.
Hey, Arpi! What are you doing now?
Just cleaning the house.
Wanna go grab a donut?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, girl. See you at the donut place in like half an hour.
Sounds good. See you there. Can I get a pack of Carmen Classic, please?
Listen to me. Do as you're told. Have some respect for your mother.
You have no respect for your parents.
Hello, here is your change.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Stop it! Stop it! Let go of me! Let go!
Hell? Jesus. Somebody has anger management issues.
Oh, hey. Excuse me. I think you dropped this.
Yes, of course. That's mine. Thank you.
By the way, do you know where I can catch the bus to, Green Square? My phone battery died and I cannot look it up. Are you from around here?
Come on, hurry up. Our ride is here. You carry this. Just do as you're told. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Whew, what a selfish woman. She doesn't deserve to have children. And she was screaming at her and demanding that she carry all the heavy shopping bags.
Oh my god, the poor girl.
Right? And then she hit the girl so hard that she fell on the ground. And people were just standing around watching and doing nothing.
Unbelievable.
When I have children, I will never treat them like that.
Oh my god, this donut is so good.
It's delicious. And it's fully plant-based too. Wow.
You know what? I can't wait to leave this frozen city. But damn, I'm really gonna miss this donut place.
Can't believe you're leaving in 2 weeks. Hey, can I ask you something?
Of course, girl.
Sorry if it's a bit personal, but I've been wondering for a while. Are you and Masha thinking of starting a family when you move to Germany?
We already are a family.
No, but I mean, are you guys thinking of, getting a sperm donor? Because fur babies, they don't count.
Of course they count. Me, Masha, and our rescue kittens, Asya and Barsik, we are a complete family.
But your biological clock is ticking. What if you regret not having children later in life? You will both end up as sad old cat ladies. Who's going to take care of you when you're old? Don't you think it's kind of selfish not to have children? You've got to give them the gift of life.
I am selfish for not wanting kids. Girl, in my eyes, you're the selfish one for wanting your own biological kids. Okay then, tell me one unselfish reason to bring a child into this world. Tell me one unselfish reason to bring a child into this world.
One reason? There are literally thousands. Like...
Come on, what the hell's going on?
Oh my god, are you serious? What reasons? How can having children be selfish?
Get a job, you bunch of losers.
If only their parents had skipped Procreation Day, I would actually be on time for work. Hello, Mr. Ravi. My apologies for the delay. The traffic was terrible this morning.
Not a problem, Arpi.
After you. Okay, so, Mr. Ravi, I see that you wrote that you have been experiencing some anxiety and guilt. Tell me, when did this all start?
Nobody ever listens to me.
I'm listening. Why? What is it that makes you feel like no one else is listening?
People only want to listen to those with power and money, not to those who have the facts, the evidence, the truth.
Would you like to tell me more?
You see, I'm a climate scientist. My colleagues and I have been warning about climate crisis for decades. Yet, global temperatures are still rising at an alarming rate.
I hear you.
You don't understand. This is an apocalypse. Forest fires, floods, droughts, hurricanes, storms, rising sea levels, food and water shortages, wars over resources, billions of climate refugees. The planet is collapsing before our eyes, and nobody is listening to science.
I hear how intense this is. What's the connection for you between all this and your sense of guilt?
I love my children and grandchildren so much. They mean everything to me. My 2 adult children have great careers and both have kids of their own, my grandchildren. But their futures are at risk because of the climate crisis. My children are the only ones who really listen to me, and that's not enough. We need the government and world leaders to listen to science, not the animal agriculture and fossil fuel lobbyists who only care about profit. It's not fair. Why should my grandchildren have to suffer the consequences of the damage caused by previous generations? I regret my decision to have kids 40 years ago. I feel guilty for forcing them to deal with so much stress and anxiety. And I feel guilty for wishing they were never born.
I wish you were never born.
I understand how you feel, Mr. Ravi, but raising children is truly a selfless, altruistic act.
I agree that raising children can be unselfish, but creating children is selfish. They are 2 very different things. By the way, my children were the reason you were late this morning. They were part of the peaceful direct action blocking the highway.
So, tell me, what's been bothering you, Harriet?
So, the other day, I went to my daughter's bedroom while she was at ballet, and I found an entire stash of chocolates and cookies hiding in her drawers, and I even found empty ice cream tubs and fossil packages in the bin. Oh my god.
Has your daughter given you permission to go through her private space? Does she know you've been in her room? I'm asking because I want to make sure her privacy is respected. Do you think she might be struggling with an eating disorder?
You don't understand. Our whole family is vegan and she's secretly eating animal products. I gave birth to her so she could grow up to be the first female vegan president of this country, and now she's a fucking carnist. Ugh.
Oh my god, what's wrong with you, Arpi? Those protesters weren't self-absorbed. On the contrary, they were desperate to be heard, fighting to save the planet's future. How could you be so judgmental? Harriet wanted her daughter to do good in the world. Isn't that an unselfish reason? Wait, that was still Harriet's own desire, even if the intention was to serve the greater good, which means she had her daughter out of self-interest.
All 5 climate protesters who blocked the highway this morning by gluing themselves to the road have been arrested and charged with acts of terrorism. Each activist could face a fine of $100,000 and up to 30 years in prison.
You don't understand. This is an apocalypse. Food and water shortages.
Maybe it's too risky to have children with all this climate change stuff.
Whenever I reflect, my reflecting upon what I suffer only rouses me to blame him that we go to. And I give peace to my children, for they are in the bliss of non-existence, which surpasses all the pleasures of this world. Had they come to life, they would have endured misery, casting them to destruction in trackless wilderness.
If children were brought into the world by an act of pure reason alone, would the human race continue to exist? Would not a man rather have so much sympathy with the coming generation as to spare it the burden of existence, or at any rate not take it upon himself to impose that burden upon it in cold blood?
Huh? That's ridiculous. Of course, no one can consent to coming into existence. Wait. Consent?
I gave no consent. But in court, they said that because we are legally married couple, it does not matter. In my culture, women have no voice. I did not choose to marry this man. I was forced. Now I'm pregnant. I don't want to have this child. I know he will be violent towards it too. I'm scared. I want to escape my country so I can get abortion. But I cannot go anywhere alone without my husband's permission.
So, looks like I finally found at least one instance where having children isn't selfish. When the mother never even consented to be pregnant in the first place. She didn't want the child. She was forced. And then, it hit me like a ton of bricks. The baby didn't consent either. No child ever can.
Whenever I'm out in public, people stare at me and talk about me like I don't understand. I feel like an animal trapped in a zoo, on display for everyone to watch, scrutinise and comment on, and yet, at the same time, completely invisible. I hate it when they talk to my mother instead of me. People always accuse me of being lazy or faking my disability, and that really hurts. Our capitalist system basically punishes disabled people like me who can't be productive, and it makes me furious. It's not my fault I'm in this body. I've never had a romantic partner. I wanted to express my struggles through art, but my condition's gotten so bad I can't even hold a paintbrush anymore. Sometimes the only good thing about being trapped in this prison of a body is that I don't fear death.
Jeesh, Arpi. Maybe you've been looking for the wrong answer this whole time. You've been thinking only about the parents and their reasons for having children. And how did you totally forget about the children's perspective? The one who are forced into existence. The real question, the one you should have been asking all along, is whether it's even ethical to have biological children.
Girl, these donuts are heaven.
Hell yeah!
Okay, imagine your whole life was nothing but the pleasure of eating these donuts.
Oh yes, please, I would love that.
But what if this bliss was only possible if it came with 10 minutes of torturous, excruciating pain? Would you be willing to endure that? 10 minutes of absolute, soul-crushing agony for a lifetime of donut pleasure?
No, why? Why can't I just have the donuts? You know, I've been thinking about our last conversation.
About what?
About unselfish reasons to have children, remember?
Oh, yeah. So, did you find any?
Nope.
Tell me about you, girl. Why do you want to have kids?
I don't anymore.
Oh, how come?
To be honest, I used to want to have children because I thought I could give them a better childhood than I had. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that's just my desire. And creating new people just to satisfy my wish is kind of selfish.
Absolutely. Nobody comes into existence by their own choice. They are always forced into life by other people's actions. Obviously, that desire comes from some deep pain you've been carrying since you were little. What was your childhood like? How did your parents make you feel growing up? If you are comfortable sharing, of course.
Oh, my parents made me feel guilty for existing, even though they were the one who created me. They always blamed me for everything, and I felt like I was a burden. I was both their physical and psychological punching bag. So yeah, my childhood wasn't exactly a happy one.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, girl. So, you were hoping to do the complete opposite with your own kids, right?
Right. And now I finally see it. I just wanted to have children as a way to try to heal my own childhood traumas.
Are you still in touch with your parents?
No. It's been over 20 years since I went no contact. And yet, somehow, I still wanted to prove I would be a better parent than they ever were to me. Like, fuck. That was supposed to be my ultimate revenge.
I'm glad you are being honest with yourself, girl. Because if you can't even be honest with yourself, how could you be honest with your kids if you had them? How could kids ever trust adults like that?
Yeah. And the irony is, I wanted to protect my children from abuse. But what if creating them is a form of abuse in itself? The worst kind, even. Think about it. You're forcing someone into life, imposing all this risk and suffering onto them, and they're guaranteed to die sooner or later. It's absurd. Completely outrageous when you actually think about it.
I completely agree.
So the only way to truly protect children from harm and suffering is to not create them in the first place.
Exactly. Look, girl, life's like a donut. You are born, you suffer, and then you have kids, because you think it will make you happy. But all that really happens is you pass down the same generational trauma, and the kids suffer too. Then they cope by having kids. And the cycle just keeps going and going, round and round. But here's the thing. You can break the cycle. Just cut the donut and eat it. In other words, don't procreate. No.
Yeah, that makes sense. Luckily, it's not too late for me to break the donut.
Yeah!
Whew.
Break the donut, girl!
Gosh, I feel like you just gave me a full therapy session.
That will be $300. Thank you!
Oh, by the way, this is for you.
Oh, what's this?
Open it later, okay? I'm really going to miss you.
Oh, thanks. I'm going to miss you too, girl.
Women don't belong in the kitchen. They belong to the state. Their body is our property.